Everyone thinks I had a storybook career, that I just sprang into Disney Channel stardom overnight, made millions, and lived happily ever after. Spoiler alert, I didn't. There were countless failures along the way, and there still are. I struggle. Everybody does. But how I deal with that struggle and how I pivot when failure creeps in is what allows me to keep going, keep learning, and keep striving for balance. We see so many headlines about fame, fortune, and success, but we rarely come to know the entire journey of those that we most admire.
In one meeting, I got the feedback that was like, do you have a boyfriend or something that could co-host the show with you to make it a bit more palatable to our audience? It's been a hard road, and when I got the call from Netflix that they wanted my show, they were excited about my show, but they were totally fine with me filming it while I was 9 months pregnant. And so now there is a wildly pregnant lady hosting a science show on the largest streaming platform in the world.
The day of the audition came and I got sick and couldn't go.
Oh,
And
wow.
they cast somebody else.
What?
And they shot the pilot, the Untitled Ben Savage Project, with a different Eric Matthews. And so my first panic attack hit me at the height of kind of everything that was happening. It's weird because it was actually filmed. It was in a movie called HE Double Hockey Sticks. And I can look at the scene because they used the take and go, first panic attack.
Oh, shoot, that's
So I can actually see when it happened.
Starting on March 8th and every Tuesday from then on, join me every week as we navigate the ups and downs of my guests' paths to success. Follow, rate, and review Vulnerable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to follow Vulnerable on Instagram and TikTok at The Vulnerable Podcast. You can watch the video version on my YouTube channel. And join me on my Patreon for exclusive content.
You know, my mom was famous and I had nice clothes and they didn't, so they hated me. First day of school, this girl walks up to me and she's like, "Hi, are you Hannah?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Hannah, nice to meet you." She's like, "I'm just here to tell you that we're here to make your life a living hell." And I'm the kind of person that my parents are getting through something so devastating right now. The last thing that I want to do is go home and tell my mom, I'm getting bullied today. So I held it in for 2 years.
Now, for a long time, I felt the impendingness of the sacrifice. So if my mom's life didn't amount to, this perfect version that maybe she even tried to insinuate she needed to have, there was a lot of guilt there.
So I walk in, and the producer's there, and he has sunglasses on inside and an unlit cigar. Not even joking. And he goes, "Look, Nikki." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Saw Jerry Maguire on TNT last night. You used to be cute." And I was like, okay, I think he's joking. Then after I finished, and he goes at it again.
No!
What?
The Vulnerable Podcast is an invitation to hang out every week with me, Christy Carlson Romano, as I invite friends, celebrities, and experts for in-depth conversations discussing the good, the complicated, the beauty of being human, and what it means to be vulnerable.